Welcome to episode 6 of the Morning Buzz with Chris, actually filmed at lunchtime. And if you haven't noticed yet, we're at the Kleino Nursing Center, and behind me you can see that the ladies are getting set up for our pumpkin decorating contest and our chili cook-off, and I'm really hungry, and smelling the chili is making me really want to have some chili right now. This year we've been telling a lot of stories from the past, and people have been sharing their individual personal stories and things. But as we're looking at that, and I've been thinking about cash flow because we've been in a cash flow desert for a little bit, and I wanted to share with you a story from probably, this was 2000 or 2001, early in the formation of Special Kids, but cash flow was an issue back then. No surprise to anyone. We've had those issues at times. But as I've been pondering that, God took my mind to an occurrence that happened in our nursing program, and we were struggling with cash, but He reminded me today of the provision that He has in His hand. And so one day I was back in the nursing area in the back right corner of the building, and the nurse came to me and said, it was Jamie Isabel, she said, "Chris, we need some juice for the kids." And I said, "We don't have any money to buy any juice." She said, "The kids need some juice, Chris." I said, "I hear you, I cannot do anything about it." And so we prayed about it, and literally it was within 30 minutes. 2 ladies come walking through the door with 2 bags in each hand, and we said, "What are you doing?" And they said, "Well, our VBS kids, the first grade kids, they just took up some money, and we went to the store and bought some juice." I said, "Are you kidding me?" And it was my pastor's wife, so I was trying to be respectful. "Are you kidding me right now with the juice?" And she said, "Yeah, we have juice." I said, "Let me look." And we looked, and it was 8 jugs of juice for the kids. And I just remember we were just overwhelmed by God's provision and His love and care for the kids. I mean, does He really care about that? Absolutely. He cares about every single thing that we endure, that we're going through. So I hope that story from the past will encourage you. It's encouraged me to remember that it doesn't matter what the circumstances are, but our God has provision in His hand, and it comes through His glorious riches in His Son Jesus. So that's who we serve, a God that cares enough about getting kids juice when they need it. Fun fact, since this is October 31st, 1/4 of all the candy that is sold in the United States annually is purchased for Halloween. I didn't realize that. That's a lot of candy. Speaking of candy, on average, each American consumes 24.5 pounds of candy every year. That's a lot of Skittles and Snickers. And it doesn't sound so yummy when you look at it in terms of pounds that way. Our devotional word today comes from my new favorite book, and it's called The Red Sea Rules by Robert J. Morgan. But I'm going to read this passage out of this book. He says, "On the despairing shores of the Red Sea, the Israelites couldn't see what was in the distance. They had no binoculars that could view Canaan or even the opposite shore. But the Lord gave them a simple plan: tell the children of Israel to move forward." The 19th century expositor C.H. Mackintosh believed the Red Sea did not divide throughout all at once, but opened progressively as Israel moved forward, so that they needed to trust God for each fresh step. Mackintosh wrote, "God never gives guidance for 2 steps at a time. I must take 1 step, and then I get light for the next step. This keeps the heart in abiding dependence upon God. It is axiomatic that God generally leads His children step by step, provides for us day by day, and cares for us moment by moment." So I was really encouraged by that this summer during just a difficult time that I was in, and so I pray that will encourage you as well. But there are 2 scriptures that he added I wanted to bring out and read to you. Psalm 110 verse 3 reads, "Your strength shall be renewed day by day like morning dew." And in 2 Corinthians 4:16 we read, "Therefore we do not lose heart, even though our outward man is perishing, yet the inward man is being renewed day by day." So I hope that word will encourage you. It's encouraged me greatly, so I hope you find the same encouragement. Back to a trivia question this episode. God promised Abram that He would make him into a great nation and that He would bless him. He called Abram to leave his country, his people, and his family and go to a land that God would show him when he got there. So by faith, Abram left and took his family, and on his journey, he stopped and pitched his tent and built an altar. The place where he built his altar was between 2 cities, So the trivia question is for you to name the two cities where he pitched his tent and built the altar in between. And so if you will text me the correct answer by Thursday, November the 8th at 12 noon, I will enter your name into a drawing for a $10 Starbucks card. Additionally, I have agreed to a heinous act, but I've agreed nonetheless. My hair's already painted white, but I've agreed that if 33 team members respond with the correct answer by that deadline, I will spray paint my hair any color you guys choose for one work day, and one work day only. But it'll take 33 positive correct answers by that Thursday. So thank you for sharing this episode of the Morning Buzz with Chris. Look forward to episode 7 in a couple of weeks. I'm going to have a special guest, and I'm also going to share a story about a hummingbird with you then. So until then, a couple of episodes ago, I had challenged you guys to name the plants that Miss Ann is growing in the windowsill in the nursing kitchen. And the requirement was that we have 40 responses to the answer for the challenge, but we only got 24. So therefore, Chris did not have to get a pie in the face. So you can vote this time on the trivia challenge, and you might see my hair look a different color for a day at work.